Hi everyone, this video is about my journey in India so far. By the way, I know the video is going to be a bit shitty because I am not experienced yet, so please keep that in mind. So right now I'm a college student attending Imperial College, and my tuition fee is super expensive. That's why when I heard about the Korean photo booth studio business in London right now, that they're making $1 million USD per year revenue, and the profit margin is like 80-90%. It felt, you know, very tempting for me to start the same business because I am struggling with my student loan. It's super expensive. So I brought my friend Dongyu to find an investor for our business because we did not have the money. And we found this investor and we gave a pitch about our business plan and got rejected basically because he did not see a good, scalability and profitability in the business. He gave us some advices. I think one thing, profitability and scalability, they are very important. Second thing, um, you have to understand that starting a small business and starting a big business, uh, they're both super difficult. So you really want to focus on the business that you can have a huge reward when you actually win. So he gave us an anecdote of his own life as a Korean guy who became so successful. He's half a billionaire. He told us that looking back, those who earned like $10 million uh, in their 30s, they could win it when they actually grinded and they were smart enough. So it's not about luck up to $10 million. If you actually grind it and you're talented enough, you can make it in your 30s. If you want to make $100 million in your 40s, that's all about luck. At least for Korean people back in like 1990s, 1980s, it was like that for his case, his generation. And in your 50s, he told us that you usually hit your career high. So um, it takes a long time building a big successful business, at least like 10 years. So you want to focus on what the biggest market in your prime time. Uh, that was his advice. Uh, so I looked at the Goldman Sachs report about the biggest GDP countries in my 50s. It's 2050 because I'm born in 2001. And surprisingly, number one was China, number two was the States, and number three was India. I knew China and the States are like big countries. I did not know India would to grow so rapidly. Uh, so I've never been to India. So I decided to go to India and visit it to see and witness in person how the country is doing. I'm a very action-oriented person, so it was very intuitive for me to visit India right away. I was a bit scared because I did not have any information about India, and it was very difficult to access the information about India, especially the travel side outside the country. So I wanted to go there with one of my friends, or at least some of my friends. So I asked my friends groups, anyone interested in visiting India? And it was luckily there was these friends that were already planning to visit India before because they had to go to the military soon. So they wanted to explore, some interesting countries before serving the military. So I was like, bro, I want to join you guys. Would that be okay? And they were like, chill, bro. Yeah, sure, why not? So I've joined the travel. I bought the flight ticket right away. I think the very next day after meeting the investor, and the final advice the investor gave me and Dongyu was that looking at those young entrepreneurs who are becoming super successful so rapidly these days, they are having this competitive advantage of that those guys are young, so they can adapt to technology really fast, especially social media. Those business people in their 40s, 50s, they have the experience, they have the influence and network and infrastructure and everything. Even though they have the resources, they cannot leverage the new technology because they are just not adaptable anymore because they are old. But those young people like me, we have this flexibility with our mind, and we are very fast with new technologies. And he told me that the very rising technology you have to really be skillful with is social media. Definitely, social media is changing the paradigm of especially the consumer commerce business. That's what he told me. So okay, fair enough. So right after buying the flight ticket to Mumbai, India, I made Koreans in India social media account. To the purpose for that account was to connect with domestic indigenous people in India, because I wanted. So the trip wasn't just for a trip. It wasn't just for sightseeing and everything. It was more of a business trip. I wanted to explore and learn about the culture, the economy and everything. But the only way to do so in such an efficient way was to hear from the domestic people, meet the people and be friends with them, and get some help with the guidance and everything. So because I didn't have any Indian friend before, so I decided to use social media, and somehow it kind of worked. At first, I didn't even have like my Instagram algorithm sets up targeting India, so I really didn't get many followers or response with my first hello everyone, I'm visiting India. This first ever video did not go viral that much, but then it definitely helped. Some of them reached out to me, and yeah, it really helped us to reduce the fear against traveling to a new country without much prior knowledge. I'll talk about how the trip went with the next video. So yeah.